Hey everybody, hope you all are doing all right. So I want to make another video because the last one, the audio was, it's raining outside, so it just wasn't the best audio. And so I thought I'd come back, and it was kind of long too, and it wasn't as sharp and focused as I wanted it to be on a specific topic, which was all about. First of all, I just want to give Alex Collier props because he did acknowledge that, it's not the money that makes governments, it's the people. And that is the core essence of what it's part of what needs to happen. It is us learning to walk shoulder to shoulder, as he said, as 13 has said too. It's not about being leaders, it's about us all coming together. And this is something that I, myself am still growing into. I've never really been like the type of dude to want to tell people what to do and do and do and do, but I do feel like I've kind of got somewhat of a pattern that could help humanity out. So in that sense, I feel like I have to kind of like lead this idea, but it's just an idea that I have that's really just all about us working together and sharing the responsibility and developing an honor system that works for everybody and that's open to anybody making amends as long as it's agreed upon by all. So I'm just leading the idea that allows us to be together and to work together, I guess you could say. But I appreciate and I really value how he talks about it not being the money and the people. That's what we need to do to come together, and that's what builds governments, and he's absolutely correct. Now, he brought up the Constitution and how the U.S. Constitution could be used as something for the rest of mankind, and there's a lot of good things in the Constitution. There are. However, it's, again, going kind of back to Einstein, man, it's, problem, I don't think a problem can really be solved with the same type of perception that created the problem. So, we tried the Constitution, and it did get us away from England, and it's been a very good experiment to see what works and what doesn't work and what happens. And maybe we could use a lot of parts of the Constitution or even the whole Constitution, but I don't even think that's the biggest thing that we need to focus on. It's capitalism, because with that Constitution, if there's still capitalism, that's, which is really, if you're going to regulate capitalism, then it really isn't capitalism anymore. I guess maybe there could be a regulated capitalism, but to me, when I think of the word capitalism, I get the connotation of a society that's all about making as much money they can, however which way they want to. So, if we are able to find a way to regulate capitalism to where it's only for things that are good for life and for people and us, and that type of stuff, and there's no profit, because the thing with profits, when you start working for just gaining more money, then you start to lose the passion, you start to lose the love, you start to lose the original creativity of whatever it is you're doing, and you essentially sell out. Anytime you take a profit, it is what it is, man. Now people want to offer you, they want to give you donations, they want to give you tips, that's totally different. But, and again, also what you're profiting off of isn't even yours, because it all comes from the earth. Even your body isn't even yours. So when even these people who sell their bodies and stuff, like they think they're just selling themselves, it's not a big deal. It's like, nah, it's not actually true, and it's also perpetuating sin. So it gets deep here, and this is also why I've been very, very adamant, and I'm going to continue to be adamant about the fact that we cannot continue to have these profit-driven societies, man. They're just leaving their portals for evilness to come on in and do what it does. So we got to get back to just doing things out of love, just doing things that need to be done. And that's why these type of grassroots, non-profit driven, honor-based movements with fun and healthy activities that give us something good and fun to do while we do all this crazy shit, because we're living in some dark times. So it's important and essential that we also have some fun, good activities to do to balance out all this fucking, sadness and heaviness. So, those are the four things. Is the hemp, the non-profit good work system, the honor movement, and the fun and healthy activities. Those are four good pillars that I think we can all start to utilize in our lives, and we can use them in different ways. You can create whatever type of nonprofit business movement you think is good for yourself and the rest of the world, man. We all have different fingerprints and purposes and places in life. So that's the beauty of, a variety, really, and it is the spice of life. We can still utilize it. We don't all have to be doing the same thing. We don't all have to grow hemp. That's what I've been an advocate about, and I think more people do need to do it, but a lot of that's to also answer the supply chain problem and to combat other organizations that are out there doing their thing. The hemp it creates, and with the hemp, there's just tons of different opportunities for businesses in itself. One person could have a food thing going, somebody could have a clothing thing going, somebody could have a medicine thing going. There's just so many different things you can do with just that one plant. It's amazing. So, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to, again, just continue to push this whole thing, with the truther and the spiritual community, just to everybody in general, is just the capitalism, just how deceitfully evil it really is. And again, it's an evilness that we don't see every day right in front of our face, because we see the finished project that's all nice and shiny like this, you know, and we don't think anything, we don't know what goes into actually making that product. All the actions that went into making that product are all things that we are now supporting by continuing to buy it. So we have to start thinking like that and realize that until we learn that lesson, the earth is not going to be ready to shift, because it can't shift with that same type of lower vibrational perception and way of living. So again, we have to change our perception in order for this problem to actually get solved, and for the earth and for us to do the rest of creation here in the planet and the ethers too, to move on and to learn. And until we, you know, again, I use that word until, but it is what it is, man. It's just it's the name of the game. We can't expect to move into a higher vibrational realm of being when we're dependent on a system that's lower in vibrational in like every way. So all right, but I love you guys. Hope you have a good day. All right, bye.